Welcome to the Crystal, Robbinsdale, and Golden Valley Collaborative Soccer League. We thank you for the time you're taking to be a coach for this upcoming season. Without volunteer coaches like yourself, programs such as this wouldn't exist, and many children would be left without the opportunity to play soccer. The purpose of this league is to provide children with an experience that is both fun and developmental, in the sense of growing both physically in skill set and emotionally in maturity through interaction with other children and adults. Our goals are to give opportunities for all youth by giving them the chance to grow and learn in an organized league with quality coaching and instruction in the fundamentals of soccer, as well as encouraging a lifelong involvement in sports. During the duration of the season, if you are to have any questions, concerns, or requests, please do not hesitate to reach out to your city's program coordinator. Their contact information is listed below. The soccer season is 8 weeks long, starting in August and ending in October. You will have one 1-hour practice during the week, and games will take place Saturday mornings at various locations and times throughout each city. Games in Crystal will be played at Welcome Park, games in Robbinsdale at either Lakeview Terrace Park or Spanders, and games in Golden Valley at Lions Park. When you are practicing, you may be sharing a field with another team, so be sure to figure out with the other coaches what the schedule will be for each practice. Also, if the email that this presentation was sent to is not your preferred means of contact, please let your city's program coordinator know and we'll get this updated accordingly. The rules for each age group are similar, but they do have differences considering the skill level of each age. Please familiarize yourself with the rules for your correct age level. Specific rules can be found in the handbook or handout provided by your city. Some general rules and guidelines to follow through the season for each age group are the following. K through 1 will be using size number 4 balls, have 4 8-minute quarters, and have 5 players on the field with no goalie. Grades 2 and 3 will also use size number 4 balls, have 4 10-minute quarters, and have 5 players on the field plus a goalie. Grades 4 through 5 will use size number 5 balls, have 2 25-minute halves, and 7 players on the field plus a goalie. All players must have shin guards for both practices and games. Referees will be checking at games, and any player without shin guards will not be allowed to play. No metal cleats or spikes larger than a half an inch are allowed. Cleats are not mandatory, but they are recommended. Mouth guards are also not mandatory, but they are strongly recommended, considering the physicality of the game of soccer. On the first day of practice, we recommend that you create a handout with information that would be beneficial to parents. Suggestions for what to include are how to contact you or notify you when their child will be absent, game and practice schedule or instructions of where to find it, your goals for the team roster, requests for help from parents such as signing up to provide snacks, figuring out carpooling, or assisting you with practice. You should also remind parents of unacceptable behaviors such as yelling advice to their children, yelling at you, or yelling at the other team's coaches, players, or the referees. We will be sending an email to parents with information at the beginning of the season, but it is always good for them to hear a reminder from you and establish what you are trying to accomplish moving forward with the team. We encourage you to make a practice plan for the season to come. This will make things a lot easier on you so you're not working on the fly. If you have another coach that's on your team, work with them to create this practice plan. You should focus on teaching the basics of soccer such as dribbling, passing, shooting, understanding positions, throw-ins, defense, the mentality of soccer, and sportsmanship. Keep in mind your personal goals for the season as well as the goals of the league, which are to give all youth opportunities to grow and learn in an organized league with quality coaching and instruction in the fundamentals of soccer. Most importantly, you should make the practices fun and engaging. We want the children to enjoy their time playing and continue to play as they grow as individuals. While coaching, keep in mind that children are developing both physically and mentally. Things that may seem very easy to you are not to them. Being parents, we are sure you have experience with this, but some common characteristics to keep in mind while coaching are that young athletes have a short attention span, they lack the ability to deal with more than one problem at a time, they have difficulty understanding detailed rules of the game, and they are very individually orientated. It is important when coaching children to correct rather than criticize, and to keep practice fun and engaging. At this time, we would like you to please take a moment to read through the Player's Bill of Rights, and keep this in mind when you're making decisions as a coach. During the season, please stress the importance of good sportsmanship and being respectful to teammates, the other team, parents, you as coaches, and the referee. As a coach, you are a mentor and someone children look up to. You have a unique opportunity to not only help your child learn to love the game of soccer, but also other children on your team. Be patient with them. Everyone learns differently and at their own pace. During the season, if there's a parent that is causing trouble, do not hesitate to talk with them and tell them to take a step back, or tell them they might have to leave. If there are reoccurring issues that come up during the season, do not feel as if you need to handle it on your own. Reach out to your city program coordinator and we can talk it through and figure out what the right plan of action is. If at any point you feel like you and others around you are in danger, do not hesitate to call the police. In the case of poor field conditions, heavy rain, storms, or excessive heat index, soccer will be canceled. Cancellations will be made by 5 p.m. on the days of practices. We will notify you of cancellations through posting on the team website, sending emails to both coaches and parents, and social media posts by your city. Games will be played rain or shine, with the decisions being made by referees and coaches at the field. If storms begin to roll in or are in the area while you are scheduled to have a game, it is up to you as the coach to make the decision with the referee on if you should continue to play or not. Use good judgment and talk with the other coaches in order to come to a decision. Referees do have the final say in determining on if a game will be played or won't. If there is an instance where you have to cancel at the field, please make sure that all players have a way to get home and contact parents accordingly to come pick them up if needed. If lightning is sighted while you're playing, the game must be suspended. Players and coaches must seek shelter. Play can resume under the discretion of both the coaches and the referee if the lightning has moved out of the area. In the case of a canceled practice or game, they will not be made up unless there are excessive amounts of cancellations during the season. A few reminders while coaching this season. Please ensure all players have their own shin guards and are wearing them for both practices and games. Like mentioned, metal cleats are not allowed, mouth guards are recommended, and please give children equal play time. No jewelry can be worn during games and practices. And please wear the shirt provided by the city so you can be distinguished as the coach. Any swearing by coaches, players, or parents will not be tolerated. If you have an issue with someone's language, please address it with them. If it continues, let us know and we'll have a discussion. Please have your team clean up any garbage left behind at games or practices. We like to keep our parks clean for all who use it. Thank you again for your hard work and your dedication to being a coach. It does not go unnoticed. If at any point in the season there is something that we can do to make your season more successful, please tell us. We are looking forward to a fun and successful season. We'll see you on the field.